All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with game number 1. It is Kiwikaki against Cloud, alternate attacks against Rain, or actually Rain against alternate attacks. Our starting map will be on Antigua Shipyard yet again, and this will be a Protoss versus Terran. LZ Gamer, how you feeling about this? A little bit different than a PvP, man.
Yeah, this is definitely different than a PvP. And we have Kiwikaki, who is absolutely one of my favorite Protosses to watch. He always is entertaining. He always has like builds up his sleeve. So I feel like he's got something in store for us today. But at the same time, he's going up against Cloud, who has been a dominating Terran in the Europe scene. So we can expect nothing less than his best this game.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Kiwikaki is definitely a player that has some really, really crazy builds. However, he has the same crazy build that he uses for like every game, and we see that so many different times. Lately, he's been standardizing a lot more. We saw a lot of kooky things coming out from him when there were like 1-1-1s. He would do like these crazy gateway plus robotics facility plus Stargate plays. And even now, we've seen him do Stargate builds at mid-game, you know, transition. After his Robotech, he would get a Stargate, which is really, really weird. We saw that happen in the NASL regular season. Kiwikaki, though, I think does play a standard brand of StarCraft. He likes to get his expansion. He's economic based, and he likes to go towards that decision-making type style.
I couldn't agree anymore, Greytorp.
Thanks.
It does look like we have a really fast scout coming here from Kiwikaki. And if I'm not mistaken, this map should be always cross spawn, am I correct?
You are absolutely correct, LZ Gamer.
Okay, I don't think he got the memo, or he didn't know that because he just scouted bottom left first.
Yeah.
But regardless, he, you know, second time's a charm in this case.
Yeah, thankfully for him, I guess second time will always be the charm if he's if he's always scouting close positions. But you know, nothing too crazy coming out from Cloud's base. It looks like a 15 or not a 15. 15 orbital command center, but no refineries out from him, which basically means that there will be some sort of fast expansion. Most likely, there is that very slim chance that there's a barracks all incoming, but I highly doubt it. It will be a 1-racks fast expansion.
Yeah, we'll definitely see the expansion go down. I don't see Cloud as a player that's going to do a 6-gate or anything like that. Marine SCV attack, so we will see the expansion being thrown down here in just a second, and there it goes. Yep. So we do have only 1 gas down from Kiwikaki at this point. Oh, just taking a second gas. I was thinking we might see a just a 1-gate expand off 1 gas, but it does look like he's going to get his second gas. So the question is, how is Kiwikaki going to respond? I'm pretty sure he already knows what is coming his way, what his opponent's opening with. So now the question is to see how he reacts.
Very uncharacteristic of Kiwikaki, actually. Normally we don't see him getting that second gas or mining from it. A lot of times, well, through all the games that I've seen him, he likes the 1-gate expand. That's what I've seen most of the time when he knows his opponent is doing a fast expansion type build. So I'm interested to see what his tech path is. Normally when you get so much gas, you do go something very tech oriented, although it could be something like mass gateway units. I don't think that is so because he's getting Stalker. Stalker is heavy on minerals, light on gas. What are you going to allocate that gas to? That's the big question. Kiwikaki, you're going Twilight Council.
Yeah, it does look like he's either going some kind of blink play, or he could be even going for a DT type of opening. So yeah, that's a risky decision to try to do, especially against a fast expanding Terran like this. You know, if he can hold off any kind of blink stalker play, then you pretty much, and the Protoss deals no damage to the Terran, then he is so far behind. There's like, what do you do from there?
Yeah, now the important thing for Cloud at this point is his first orbital command center. If that goes to scan, which it should scan out the natural and check if there's an expansion there, because there's no good way to actually get in there with an SCV and scout it. You should scan all the way over here and just check out if there is an expansion coming out at this time. It's really important at the 5-minute, 6-minute mark. He hasn't done that.'s playing in the dark, trying to get as much of an advantage as possible. That might come to bite him in the butt.
It might, but he has already thrown down an engineering base, so if he does decide to do DTs, which he is not at, in fact, he already has blink researching, I just noticed, and he has 3 more gateways, so this is going to be a 4-gate blink stalker type of play. We see the proxy pylon already going down. Stalker's doing a little poking here, sees the bunker, but the Marines alone are just not that good versus Blink Stalker. So what is he planning on doing?
Yeah, I think, well, I'm not sure. The one thing I like about Cloud is he has this Sim City, which is really great. This wall actually protects him quite a bit, because what Kiwikaki is going to try to do is blink past this one bunker and then try to go up the ramp, or maybe not. This is actually really hard to tell, but that's what he would probably want to do, and he obviously cannot do that at this point. Now, interesting, Cloud actually has some SCVs over here. I think he suspects that there's some sort of Blink Stalker play at this point, since why would you have a pylon all the way over, shoved up against the side? So at this point, I think Cloud is just going to mass defend. Is he going to be able to hold this? There's that big blink. There's the wall that goes up, but the Stalkers are just too tanky. He needs to wait for another round of blink. It's almost there, and boom, there it goes. So Kiwikaki is in, but there's no bottom pylon to actually give him sight. Is he going to warp in more Stalkers? This is a really tough position for Kiwikaki.
Yeah, what is Kiwikaki planning on doing at this point? It does look like he's microing those Stalkers really well, doing maximum damage. And wow, he moved more Stalkers up on the ramp. That was really impressive micro there coming from, but the first Marauders are now out. But Terran has lost a lot of SCVs at this point. More Stalkers blinking in, focusing down those Marauders, doing a ton of damage to the Terran economy. A bunker's actually been placed, and it's actually doing a lot of damage to those Stalkers. Kiwikaki hasn't noticed, but more Stalkers coming, blinking up into the main. This is not looking good for Cloud at all.
No, and now the tech labs are being taken out. That represents a lot of the Marauder count and also the upgrades that Cloud needs desperately. It looks like the one Marauder was picked off, and there's just not enough DPS. Cloud needs to try to retain as many units as possible. The one combat shields, no, it's just going to be canceled. No chance for it to stay alive. And at this point, Cloud, his income has just dwindled. You can see that they're just about even, but that's not a position you want to be in, because there's just so many units out for Kiwikaki. Somehow or another, Cloud needs to defend this, but I don't see any plausible way for him to do this. He needs a miracle at this point.
Yeah, he definitely does. No stim, no combat shield, no concussive, but he is doing a lot of damage to these Stalkers. Marauders do a ton of damage to Stalkers, but there's just so many Stalkers here, and he's lost so many SCVs that even if he cleans up the Stalker count, I feel like he's still going to be so far behind, and GG is called from Cloud.